Hey everyone, I'm Lizzie and this is Lizzie Reads and welcome to a bit of an odd video. So this is going to be a little bit of a catch up, a TBR and a wrap up in one. I'll explain, I'll get there. So I'll do my catch up first and then I'll get on to the other bits. So just to let you know, I haven't been around for a while. I think I did a post about maybe 2 weeks ago. I haven't double checked or anything, but everything's been a bit sporadic. I mean, it has the whole time I've been on YouTube. It's not been like consistent. But there has been more times where I've posted at least once a week. And I've not been doing that. Especially over summer. I've been working back at my summer job and that's been really hard because it's shift work. So I'm finding it hard to get into a routine and find time to do this stuff. Whereas when I was at uni, I had like all the time in the world to do this stuff. So I've got much less time. Well, not all the time in the world, but like I had my whole own free schedule. I didn't see my boyfriend because he was at home. I didn't see my family because they were at home, and I lived with my friends. So I just saw them when I was done. So that's all. Oh, my tea. So I'm back with my tea. Oh, it's so cold at the minute. So, where was I? Yeah, so I didn't have much time for it. And I wanted to make time for it. I just didn't have time. I just was struggling to make the time, the demotivation, all that sort of thing. All the usual sort of stuff. And that's what it is. But, before I went on holiday, I had this, like, resurge of energy. And I was really excited. And, I wanted to post, like, every single day. And, I didn't say anywhere that I was going to post every day because I thought, oh, I'm not going to do it, am I? I've said a few times like I'll post a post every single day, and I've never done it. So, yeah, it's not worked out too well. But I really wanted to do it, and I didn't. It just didn't happen. And there were some videos that I filmed that didn't. They were meant to go up before my holiday, and they didn't go up. And like I filmed like a good few videos. I think I filmed about 4 videos that I never uploaded. No, 3 videos I never uploaded. And I uploaded 2 videos. So it was already 5 videos there. All I had to do was edit and upload the remaining 3 and film another 2. And I don't do a whole lot of editing. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, it's not something I do a lot of. So I could have done it. But by the time I got home from work, I did all the things I needed to do. And then I had to be up for work again the next morning. There was just no time for anything. And like I also had lots of holiday stuff to prepare for. Like, it was a bit of a crunch, and I never posted any of those things. So that's sort of where I've been. Well, not been, just working. But on Monday the 1st of October, this coming Monday, I will start my new job. I have a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job in an office, in an administration position, and I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it. And it's in an area I really want to work in, and yeah, I don't want to say too much about it because I'm not really too sure much about it, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure sort of much about my tasks, or but I don't really know how to describe it yet because I haven't done it yet. I know what I think it's going to be, but obviously that will be different when I get there, probably. And yeah, so that's my Monday to Friday 9 to 5. And I'm really excited because this is a routine, it's regular. Then when I've got routine, like when I've got a routine base hours, I can have a routine social hours and routine hobby hours. And it just means I won't have to get up as early in the morning. This morning, just today, I did my last sort of like early shift at my old job. I've got another shift on Saturday coming, but I've done my last early shift and I've got a few days off, so it's really exciting and I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, so I start my new job, and this will mean, for me, hopefully, I can get into a routine. I'll also be commuting half an hour on the train, so that gives me time to read, which I've been really struggling to find time to do, to be honest with you, because at work, where I work now, I have my lunch break and I just can't, I'm so tired when I go on my lunch that I just sit there like this because I'm like on my feet, whereas I'm hoping that because I won't be as physically tired, I might get a bit more reading done, and then more content will come because I'll be reading more, because when I read more I want to make more content. That's how it works. So, and this leads me to this video today, why it's a bit weird, because before I left I made a holiday TBR, and I didn't want to let that video go to waste, but I didn't want to upload a TBR for a holiday I've already been on, and I've already read some of those books, and then come back and then upload it when I'm back, and then obviously later on in the week upload a wrap up for the month. I just thought it just didn't like work out well. So what I've decided to do is the TBR is really short, so it's like less than 5 minutes I think, and I'm going to include it in a minute, and then afterwards I'm going to have a quick chat about how that TBR went, because quite often on this channel I'll do a TBR and it just won't go the way I planned it, but I think I'd like to talk through why it didn't go the way I planned it, because I didn't vlog when I was on holiday because I didn't want to, like I was just chilling out, and I'm quite drunk a lot of the time. And yeah, so I will include that here, and then afterwards I'll talk about it, because I think it might be interesting to see, well, it'll be interesting, I'd love to watch a video like this, so maybe you will too, to chat about why my TBR didn't go to plan, why I picked up what I picked up, blah blah blah. So this is past me. Like, I love seeing what books people take on holiday with them, because people read different things on holiday, I think. So I love watching this sort of TBR. So I thought you might be interested in watching it. If you're not, that's fine. I thought I'd start with, if I'm currently reading Game of Thrones. It's Sunday, I'm only on page 54, but I was hoping to be finished by Thursday, but if it happens, it might happen, it might not happen. We shall see. If I finish it, then I won't take it, but if I do finish it, then I'll have to take it with me, because I would like to finish that. So that's just a little one. That's not going here because that's not an official TBR. But first I thought I'd pick a quick one, and something I haven't really found the perfect time to read yet, and that is How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. I picked this up in a supermarket. I thought, I've not really heard anything about Matt Haig. Well, no, I've heard loads of things about Matt Haig, but I've not read anything. I don't really know what his plots are about. Basically, I'm pretty sure this is about a man who is immortal, and sort of the idea is he's not allowed to fall in love, just from briefly reading the back of the book to refresh my memory. But it's quite small in comparison to the other books I've got, and it looks quite interesting. So it's colourful, it'll look good in my pictures, my holiday pictures, but yeah, we shall see. We shall see. And also it's light. I need some light books because a lot of them are heavy. Like this one, for example, Sing You Home by Jodie Picoult. Now, I've read a lot of Jodie Picoult. There's some here. Some of them are at the other end there where you can't see. But I really enjoy her writing. And I haven't read anything by her for at least 3 or 4 years. So, no, actually maybe like 2 years. Maybe 2 years since I last read anything by her. And I really say to people she's one of my favourite authors, so I think I am going to pick this back up. And I first read The Pact by Jodie Picoult, which is my favourite of her books, on holiday, and it was a complete whim. I'm so glad I picked it up, and I sped through it. So I think this might be an ideal holiday read. But it's basically about a woman called Zoe and her husband, and they lose a baby and then they separate, and then with her new partner sometime later she has an opportunity to have a baby, but it's a bit unconventional as far as I'm aware, and this is very much in the Jodie Picoult style, like makes you think about things and your brain goes into overdrive, and I think it'd be a lovely book to read. Oh, but it says here, if having a family meant tearing your world apart, what would you do? Yeah, so I think I'm looking forward to reading that, because I thought
I'm picking up new books, and I thought if I just take this on holiday, I'm going to read it. Then the next 2 books I am very, very excited for. I got them in buy one get one half price deal at Waterstones, and we have Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan, and I know there's a film coming up about this, and I think it's about a young woman who has a boyfriend, and she goes to visit his family with him in Singapore, and basically she finds out they're obscenely rich, and it's about the socialites in Singapore, and yeah, it sounds so exciting. Apparently it's really funny, and I thought it might be a lovely read to be on holiday and read, sort of lavishing while I'm having a cocktail in the sun. We'll see. Then next I've got to have a good crime novel or a thriller while I'm on holiday, and I recently read Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, and I really thought she was amazing. So I've moved on to The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter, so that should be my next read, but I have no idea what this is about. I'm just picking it up with blind hope. So there's my 4 books, and I should definitely read those. Right, well, it's me again, darlings. Now, first of all, the biggest hindrance in my holiday TBR was Game of Thrones, because this was a bugger and a half to read. It is so long. It is so long. And you know, I think I said in the video I was like on page 52. I think I've made it to page 80 before I went on holiday, and this is 800 pages long. So this isn't the first book I read when I was on holiday, but it actually meant that it was quite hard for me to read so many books when I was on holiday and read some of my TBR. So I had to take that with me. Made my suitcase hella over. It was ridiculous. So we on the plane we fell asleep for a lot of the time, but I did manage to fit in 1 book, and that, well, actually I don't know if I read it all on the plane. I started it on the plane. I finished it the next day, and that is The Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket, aka Jack Daniel Handler. And I read the first series of Unfortunate Events book a few months ago, maybe like a month ago actually, and I'd read that one before and enjoyed that one and I knew the story, but the rest of them I didn't know any of the story or anything. So I read that just quickly on my Kindle because I wanted something quick, and I realised it was like the 13th of the month and I hadn't read any books, and I was like, oh my god, why have I not been reading so much? Like I'd read like 20 pages, like, no, what did I say, 80 pages in the first like 12 days of the month. I did not enjoy that at all, so I wanted another book. And also I was like, I'm not going to get to read anything for a few days now, anything different, because I'm reading Game of Thrones, so I thought I'd have a little interlude. And I read Game of Thrones, and I read The Reptile Room, and I gave that 4 stars? 4 stars, yeah. Thought it was pretty good. I'm not going to do a plot or review and stuff, because that's what I'm going to do in my wrap up. Now I know you're going to think, why are you doing this video if you're not going to, but I thought picking apart my TBR, I don't know, I just thought it would be interesting. So then I went on to Game of Thrones. And this is what took me a good few days to read, because I don't think I finished it until it took me about 5 days to then finish it after I'd been there. And I'll just let you know, I went to Zante in Greece, Zakynthos, and I stayed in Laganos, which is right on the strip. So we were going out every night, and although like I only had like 2 days where I was ridiculously hungover, we were doing a lot of nights out, beach days around the pool, and because there was lots of other people sort of our age going on nights out, we sort of got talking to a few people, and then we were like chatting. We were chatting quite a lot, and because my friend, I don't see her very often, we were chatting quite a lot. Whereas when I go on holiday with Tom, obviously I see him most of the time, so I can like read a bit more because we chat less basically. So there was quite a lot of chatting. So I think I was reading about 100 pages a day, And then on the last 2 days, I read like over 250 pages. And I think on the last day, I read like nearly 300 pages. Because I just wanted to get it finished. Like, I stayed reading when I was like getting ready to go out. And then I rushed getting ready to go out. Because I was like, well, I don't care because I want to finish Game of Thrones. And I thought it was going to take me ages, much longer to read this. Because I thought it was going to be draining. I thought it was going to be hard to read and hard to follow. First of all, it wasn't hard to follow because I'd watched the series. I knew what was coming and what was happening. It was quite close to the series was obviously quite close to the book, even though I did it the opposite way around to usual. It wasn't hard. No, what else did I say? It wasn't draining. It wasn't draining. I was prepared, and I can't remember what my other point was. But I kind of fell through it because I sort of fell back in love with these characters that I'd really, really been enjoying, and yeah, the ones that I'd missed and I'd been wanting to watch this show for a long time. It made me want to watch the show again, like, even though I want to carry on with the series, and I do really want to carry on. And if I was at home, I probably would have picked up the next one straight away. But, oh no, it doesn't fit in with my October TBR. This is my October TBR, by the way. Spoilers. And then next, I looked at my TBR pile and I had the Karen Slaughter there, which, as you can see, that it's on my TBR. Didn't read it. I looked at the How to Stop Time by Matt Haig, and I looked at the Jodie Picoult, and I thought, wow, the Jodie Picoult's been on my TBR for a while. I want to read a new book, and the reason I want to read a new book is because some of these ones are new, and like they're in relation to things I want to sort of go on from. Do you know what I mean? So I want to read How to Stop Time so I can talk to a friend about it, and the Karen Slaughter I've been in the mood for ever since I listened to her other book. But the main reason I picked Crazy Rich Asians is because it's out in the cinema at the minute, and I really want to see it. And I heard that it was quite funny. It was very chick-litty, and I wanted to read that when I was on my holiday, and that was exactly the sort of thing I was after. And this actually took longer to read than I thought it would. I thought this was going to take me 2 days to read, and then I would pick up another book on my last day, and then be able to finish it on that other book in the plane. That did not happen. This took me a long time because it's quite small font. Well, yeah, that's quite small. I think that's quite small font. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of characters, there's a lot of family. I really had to concentrate. And also, there's a lot of, what's it called with it? When there's an asterisk and then at the bottom, it's at the bottom of the page, there's lots of notes explaining parts of Asian culture that readers of a different culture may not be familiar with. And I found that so useful, but because of that, I was learning a lot, and I was paying attention to the asterisks, and then I was like looking at it, and I was thinking about it, then back and reading the sentence. And I know that sounds a bit silly, but actually it took me a longer time to read. I didn't actually finish that till I was on the plane home. I will add one more book here that I did read, and that was The Wide Window by Lemony Snicket, and also the third book in the series of unfortunate events series. And I read this in Brighton. So I came back from my holiday, I spent the one night at home, and then the next day me and my boyfriend went down to Brighton for the weekend. And I still count this a bit of a holiday. It was quite, well, it is a holiday. We were away and it was really nice, really good fun. And while we were there, I finished The Wide Window. So I wanted just a quick little one on my Kindle. I actually read it on my phone because I didn't have my Kindle. And yeah, that worked out really nicely for me in being able to in being able to have a little bit of reading time, but not too much, as I was in Brighton. I didn't have a lot of chance to read. So essentially, I didn't read a lot, and the main reason I didn't read a lot is because Game of Thrones. So in the other part of the video, I alluded to like ebooks and stuff, and like I thought I was going to read loads, but Game of Thrones got in the way, and it's a chunker. It's 800 pages, so I read a lot, just not a lot of different books, and that's fine, I think. But yeah, I thought I'd talk you through what I actually read, and I guess if I'd have done a vlog, you would have got the same information. But yeah, I really liked all of the books I read. So I really enjoyed Crazy Rich Asians, I really enjoyed Game of Thrones, and I'm really enjoying both of the Lemony Snicket books that I read. I thought they were really good, and I didn't get to read the books I planned to take with me. That's okay, because I'll read them another time. It's fun. The Karen Slaughter's in my October TBR, and the other two have just gone back on the shelves, because, well, that's where they've gone. So, thank you so much for watching this absolute mishmash of a video. I'm sorry if it's really random, really boring, really bizarre. But if you liked it, please like, comment and subscribe if you fancy. And thank you so much for watching this video. Goodbye.